The tragic tale of Sharon Otieno. A deep dive into betrayal and murder. Hello, and welcome to Twisted Tales Unveiled, your go-to channel for gripping and dramatic stories. Today, we delve into the tragic and complex story of Sharon Otieno, a young woman whose life was cut short in a scandalous and shocking murder that rocked the nation. This detailed account will cover her life, her relationships, the events leading up to her death, and the ongoing court case against Governor Okoth Obado. Sit tight as we unravel this tale step by step, highlighting every significant detail. Sharon Otieno was born in Homa Bay County, a region known for its vibrant culture and tight-knit communities. Growing up, Sharon was a vivacious and ambitious girl. She was the third of 4 children in a modest family. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Otieno, worked hard to provide for their children, instilling in them the values of determination and resilience. From a young age, Sharon exhibited a strong will and an infectious charm. She excelled in school, often participating in extracurricular activities and leadership roles. Her friends and teachers remembered her as a bright and promising student. Sharon was always full of life and aimed higher, said her childhood friend, Maureen Achieng. At the age of 20, Sharon married Michael Otieno, a local businessman. The marriage started on a hopeful note, but it soon became apparent that it was fraught with challenges. Michael's business ventures were struggling, and financial strain began to take a toll on their relationship. Despite their efforts to make things work, this couple faced constant arguments and misunderstandings. After 3 years of marriage, Sharon and Michael decided to part ways. The divorce was a difficult period for Sharon, who found herself a single mother to 2 young children. She moved back in with her parents, where she faced the stigma of being a divorced woman in a conservative community. However, Sharon was determined to rise above her circumstances. She was a strong woman who never gave up, recalled her sister Pamela Otieno. Sharon faced numerous challenges. Financial difficulties loomed large, and she had to juggle multiple jobs to make ends meet. She worked as a part-time receptionist, a sales agent, and even took up online freelance work. Despite the struggles, Sharon remained focused on her education. She enrolled in Rongo University, pursuing a degree in medical records and information. Sharon's personal life was not without drama. She was known for her bold and unapologetic nature, often finding herself at the center of controversies. Her relationships, both romantic and platonic, were a frequent subject of gossip in her community. People always talked, but Sharon was focused on her goals, said her neighbor, Mrs. Otieno. Despite the whispers and raised eyebrows, Sharon remained resilient and undeterred. Sharon's life took a dramatic turn in 2018 when she met Governor Okoth Obado. Their paths crossed at a public function where Sharon was representing her university. Governor Obado, impressed by her intelligence and charm, struck up a conversation with her. This chance meeting marked the beginning of a relationship that would ultimately lead to tragedy. Governor Obado, a powerful political figure, was known for his charismatic persona and influence in Migori County. He was married to Helen Obado and had a reputation for maintaining a clean public image. However, behind closed doors, his life was far from perfect. The governor's affair with Sharon quickly escalated, with the two meeting frequently and exchanging affectionate messages. She was dazzled by the governor's attention, said a close friend who preferred to remain anonymous. The relationship between Sharon and Governor Obado was fraught with secrecy and complications. Despite being married, Obado showered Sharon with gifts, money, and promises of a better future. He rented an apartment for her and financed her lifestyle, making her dependent on him. The governor's wife, Helen Obado, was aware of the affair but chose to remain silent. She never said anything publicly, said a family friend. There were always rumors, but she kept her thoughts to herself. Sharon's friends and family were concerned about her relationship with the governor. They feared the repercussions of being involved with a powerful and married man. We warned her, but she was deeply infatuated, said her friend, Maureen. Despite the warnings, Sharon continued her relationship with Obado, believing in his promises of a bright future. In August 2018, Sharon discovered she was pregnant with Governor Obado's child. This news marked a turning point in their relationship. While Sharon saw the pregnancy as a means to secure her future with Obado, the governor viewed it as a potential threat to his political career and family life. The couple had numerous heated arguments over the matter, with Sharon insisting on keeping the baby. On September 3, 2018, Sharon was lured into a meeting with Governor Obado under the pretense of discussing their relationship and the pregnancy. She was accompanied by journalist Barack Oduor, who was investigating the affair for a potential expose. The meeting, however, turned into a nightmare when they were abducted by men believed to be associated with the governor. The abduction occurred around 7:30 p.m. as Sharon and Barack were taken from a hotel in Rongo and forced into a waiting car. Barack managed to escape by jumping out of the moving vehicle, but Sharon was not as fortunate. She was taken to a remote area in Kodera Forest, where she was brutally murdered. Sharon was stabbed multiple times, and the autopsy later revealed that she was 7 months pregnant at the time of her death. Barack Oduor, who survived the abduction, recounted the horrific events. "I thought we were going to die," he said. "It was terrifying." His testimony was crucial in piecing together the events leading up to Sharon's murder. Several people were implicated in Sharon's murder, including Governor Obado, his personal assistant Michael Oyamo, and Migori County Clerk Kaspal Obiero. The investigation revealed a web of deceit and betrayal, with the governor at the center. "It was shocking to see how many people were involved," said the lead investigator. Michael Oyamo was the primary suspect, accused of orchestrating the abduction and murder. Witnesses testified that he had lured Sharon into the meeting under the false pretenses. Kaspal Obiero was accused of facilitating the logistics of the abduction. Both men were arrested and charged alongside Governor Obado. The court case against Governor Obado, Michael Oyamo, and Kaspal Obiero has been a lengthy and highly publicized affair. The evidence presented in court is damning, with testimonies from witnesses, forensic evidence, and digital communications painting a clear picture of the conspiracy. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Obado maintains his innocence. "I did not kill Sharon Otieno," he stated in court. Sharon's family has been vocal in their quest for justice. Her mother, Melida Auma, has attended every court session, demanding accountability for her daughter's brutal murder. "We want justice for Sharon and her unborn child," she said. The public is divided, with many supporting the family's call for justice, while others believe in Obado's innocence. Sharon's case is reminiscent of other high-profile murders involving powerful individuals. One such case is that of Eunice Muthoni, who was murdered by her wealthy lover in a similar scandal. Eunice had been in a relationship with a prominent businessman who, fearing exposure, orchestrated her murder. The case drew significant media attention, and the businessman was eventually convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Another case is that of Nancy Baraza, whose murder by a prominent politician shocked the nation. Nancy, a university student, was in a relationship with the politician, who feared the impact of their affair on his career. The investigation revealed a carefully planned murder, with the politician hiring hitmen to carry out the crime. He was eventually caught and sentenced to death. These cases highlight the dark side of power and the lengths some will go to maintain their image. They serve as a reminder of the dangers of deceit and the consequences of getting involved with powerful individuals. Sharon Otieno's tragic death teaches us valuable lessons about the dangers of deceit and the consequences of getting involved with powerful individuals. Her story is a reminder to stay vigilant and make wise choices in relationships. Governor Obado's case shows that power and influence can lead to dangerous outcomes if misused. As we await the final verdict in Sharon Otieno's case, we must reflect on the lesson learned and the importance of justice. Was the sentence given to those involved fair? How will the law resolve this case? These are questions we must ponder as the trial continues. Thank you so much for tuning in to Twisted Tales Unveiled. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping stories. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.